Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everything Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Everything Yet Nothin. Tonight, we are absolutely going to have a fabulous show. We have a repeater on, and he is... I know. And he's going to come back on and tell us how he's been doing and how things have been since the last time he was on, which was 3 years ago? 3 years ago. 4 years ago.
And then he was only 2 weeks in.
And he was right? 1 to 2 weeks in and transitioned. And so now he's fully transitioned. And let me tell you what. Woo, girls, let me tell you. You're going to get me in trouble. It's a good thing we're 10, you know what I mean? But we are close to Arkansas. So, the weather here has been crazy. Rain one day, not rain one day. Freeze your ass off one day. Don't freeze your ass off one day.
I'm already starting to sweat. I just turned the AC off.
Yeah, he's starting to sweat. Just turned off the AC. Can you believe it? It got so hot today. And in my studio, it's a small studio. I mean, as you can tell, it's small studio. And it gets really, really hot in here whenever it's really, really hot outside. And
we ain't got no trees on this side of the house.
No trees, no shade. Ain't gonna throw
no shade. That's
shade.
almost like no tea, no shade.
No tea, no shade.
No trees, no shade.
Oh my god.
I feel like to keep my hair down during the show, but guess what? You don't get this.
Well, let me tell you, I got my hair on today.
There, you have the hair for us today.
And it's way more than yours. So, it's okay. And I did my eyeballs. Because tonight is Rainbow Night. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Because you should know what it means. You should look it up, too. Because it means a lot.
Every time you see a double rainbow, it means that God is having gay sex.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
What? I never heard that.
And we just lost 2 people.
Oh,
Lisa, I love it.
Hey, girlfriend, what's up?
I was just talking about you today. Literally. So, we went on vacation.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's been a minute. Like, I was here last week, but I don't know. I just wasn't kind of in it. Like, I don't know. I was quiet.
Hi, Ariana.
Hi. Love you, girl. I'm so sorry you're getting old. You know what I mean? I literally just read that.
Oh, that's nice of you.
She knows what I mean. She posted it on Facebook. But what was I saying? Oh, so
vacation.
Went on vacation to Vegas, came back, and I have pretty low self-esteem, believe it or not. And to the point where I think when I go on vacation, no matter where it is I go on vacation, I think they're going to realize that they don't need me, and when I get back, I'm not going to have a job anymore. Well, this is quite the opposite.
We went to Las Vegas and stayed in some big motels.
What are you showing? Oh, just palm trees?
Palm trees. And
I thought you were looking for the Vegas sign.
Oh no, I already found it. It's like...
No, do the pretty one, not the old one.
Old one?
Do the one you did downtown, not the old one that we went. I had to see the Vegas sign. Had to see it.
He did.
Because, you know, it's the whole thing. You can show that. Go ahead. Because that shows the line. And there was a line of all these fucking tourists to get their picture taken with the Vegas sign.
You can barely see it or make it out.
See all these people right here? And that's the line. And
They literally wanted to take a picture. They were standing in line to take a picture with this little bitty, itty bitty sign saying Las Vegas. And I'm thinking, are you serious? So I went that far out and took it and was like, I am happy because I am not waiting in no damn line for a little bitty, itty bitty, tiny sign. And this sign was talked up. Like, oh my God, you gotta see the sign. You gotta see the sign. Go see the sign.
it was me. I talked it up.
I thought Daniel did too.
No, he said it's bullshit. You don't want to see it. It's not worth it.
Hi,
The
Kayla.
sign, the sign downtown is better. The one you're about to show because you took a picture of it, and it's not worth the time to get out. Oh, also, Ariana, you went to the Nashville Bass Pro Shop, and I wanted to go to the Vegas Bass Pro Shop because they have mermaids. But now in Springfield they have mermaids too. But I didn't get to go to the Vegas Bass Pro Shop. We didn't have enough time. That reminded me when you said take me on vacation with you next time. So next time I'm going to the Vegas Bass Pro Shop and seeing the mermaids. I don't care if they got it here.
We stayed in this motel.
We stayed at Circus, and
Circus.
I didn't get to do anything. I wanted to see the show, and I wanted to maybe visit the Astrodome, and there it is. That's the Vegas thing. And we didn't do anything. We just stayed there. So next time, maybe just a hotel.
And this is the cool side.
This is the new Las Vegas sign. This is when you get near downtown Fremont area, I think it was. If Daniel was here, he'd be able to tell you all about it.
If I had street sign, I could tell you. But I don't.
I'm glad everyone loves you.
It don't work. It's the mouse.
I remember because I had to bring this mouse because it quit working. I don't know why. Definitely road trip to
Oh my God, you want to see what we? Oh,
it's kind of a halfway point for us, though, right, Ariana? Right on the other side. Oh, and the sphere. You can see the sphere anywhere you go. I'm about to have to turn this on. Which reminds me, I have questions for Corey about this heat thing, this situation.
This is the sphere. It's a big dome, and it's moving around. And it changes pictures and videos. And it's like literally just.
There's billions of individual LED lights that make that up. And you can go in it. It's a. Oh, Ariana stayed in the Mardi Gras Hotel in Vegas.
Oh.
I did not. But next year we are, around the same time, we're going to go to.
And we hit this on the way there.
Yeah, in the mountains of Arizona.
Arizona.
No.
It snows in freaking Arizona. Like, really?
Above 5,000 feet.
I've been born. I've lived for 47 years, and this is the first time that it's not snowing in freaking where?
What? It wasn't. We're in Missouri. You said you lived here. So.
No.
That's in Flagstaff.
Flagstaff. And it was horrible.
That's up in the mountains of Arizona.
But it was fun.
And he's all like, well, why don't you follow this car that's going off over on the
side,
the shoulder. And I'm like, I am not following that. We have never been in on a highway that they closed down. It went, like, you could, if we saw our pictures, you could see the progression. Like, it said that there was going to be a winter storm warning in Arizona. And we were like, oh, whatever, Arizona, ha, ha, ha. Well, that's when you're ignorant to geography. Guess what happens? You get stuck in a snowstorm in Arizona.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we saw, like, some pictures of the mountaintops, and so he took pictures of that. I was the driver most of the time, so he was the photographer. I was like, hey, babe, take a picture. Hey, babe, take a picture. Hey, babe, just take a video. I ain't got time for a picture. Hey, babe, take a picture. Hey, babe,
shut up already. Drive the car. Turn the radio up. Shush.
So, but yeah, we had a lot of fun. We went into Vegas at dark because of the snowstorm. And then we came out of Vegas at daytime, and I didn't realize that as soon as you come out of Vegas, you're right in mountains. And it was like something out of the movies. because you just turn and it's like you see these majestic mountains. Because there is no trees on them, all you see is the mountains. It's just totally different experience. Like we were going down this one curve, and I was the driver, mind you, so you know how if you drive, you know how the right hand side is distance off. Well, we were going down this one curve, and I was going curving right, and I looked down, and all you can see is the valley and these four different mountains that are meeting this valley. And I almost got a little bit, not claustrophobia, but scared of height kind of situation. Like, I've had these just times where I've said, oh, I could just drive down into that valley
Yes, Ariana.
and be gone. But that's when you would. You'd flip and be dead.
Yep, and dead.
Yes, it is beautiful seeing snow on the mountains in a distance.
In a distance.
But not when you're in it.
Boo-hoo. So yeah, we had to take this car that we rented, front row drive, through the woods.
We have a
where you could not tell where the road was.
It was dirt road
because it was all snow, and so we're following these cars that we don't even know
from New Mexico.
Because
they're trying to go to New Mexico.
And yeah, so they're trying to go around the roadblock, which was for hours wait. And so we followed them through the woods and to this small town, and then it started going, and we survived. But it was so snowy. It was so pretty. I loved it. I got the
Hi, Daniel, dear.
Hi, Daniel.
Arlo loves the purple lipstick. Me too. It's my
thank you. Mwah. I like my purple lips too. Miss you too.
So, anyways, the whole point of this conversation was my whole way of thinking is I'm going to go on vacation, and my company, whichever one it is going to decide they don't need me anymore. And this has been me since I started being able to take vacations, which is like 15 or 16 years ago. And so I come back to my job, and instead of trying to like get rid of me like I always feel someone's going to, they say that they want me to transfer stores and get a raise and then take over this one vault. And so guess what? Now I'm in Ozark and I only work one job. I no longer have two jobs either.
Nope. No longer.
So
just one job. Yay!
It's exciting. But we have a guest today. It's not
yes, we do. And he's waiting so patiently. I love him. He's such a great guy. So you got anything else?
Thank you, Ariana. No, I do not.
We do have a stand coming up eventually that we're going to sell merchandise at. And we'll tell you more later.
A booth.
A booth.
A booth.
A booth.
I gotta turn the heater on.
Turn the heater on.
It's too cold in here.
You mean air conditioner?
Yeah.
Air conditioner.
And yes, just a little bit.
So.
Oh, air conditioner.
Yes, we have an air conditioner. And it does feel good. It's so cold in here, my hair is curled up. See?
Sometimes words pop out of my mouth.
Excuse me?
Sorry. Sometimes words just pop out of my mouth and I don't know what's coming out. So it's like, oh my gosh. I am not trying to complain, but the allergies
are about to die. It's killing me. It's like right now, my hearing is all screwed up and I sound muffled. So it's like people's got to yell at me for me to get whatever. Like
it's not even that. Like I'm deaf anyway.
We went on the way home.
So I'm like, what? What? I can't hear you. And he's like, I sound like I'm yelling. I'm like, you're not talking.
We went out to stop to get something to eat on the way home, and the lady that took our order was like 16 something. I had like 30, and I didn't hear. I thought she said 20 something, And so I got up there and I gave her the money, and she's like, sir, you gave me a 10 with this. The 20 would have worked. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, thank you for letting me know. I'm like, I can't hear anything because it's all clogged up and shit. And it's, so annoying.
So annoying.
So annoying.
Oh, and now I have this thing right here that feels like it's either. Anytime I blow my nose, I feel pressure relief.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, no. Also, see that? On my last day at
He
Hollister.
pissed me off so bad.
On my last day at Hollister, they gave us balloons. Me and AG and Britt transferred to.
No,
They're on the table. And they gave us balloons, and I was trying to shut the hatchback of our Jeep and push the balloons in at the same time while I had something else in my hand for him. And I'm like, well, bam! It fucking shut the hatchback right on my nose.
And he's all like,
oh, I'm not bleeding, am I? And then he's like, are you okay, man?
Are you okay?
By the time I get into where we were going, I had like a little trickle of blood down to my nostril. I was like, oh, that was very risky. So that's how my week's been. Now, without further ado,
we are going to bring this handsome man out here so he can tell us about his life. So here is Corey. Hey, hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, hey.
How you doing?
I am good. Oh,
you looking good, honey.
Thank you. It took 4 years to get this way.
Yeah. So, how has it been since everything started? Like, we had you on 4 years ago, and you were, was it a year in or 2 years?
It was like a weekend.
Oh.
Like I literally had just like started like my first week of shots, and then I supposedly had to go back in like 2 weeks later or something like that because I was on the every other week kind of spectrum of taking the shots.
So. Their voice just doesn't sound like they were hitting puberty.
Huh?
I said your voice just doesn't sound like you hit puberty.
Yeah, no, it has its fluctuations. So, but
cool.
But
so we talked about second. Oh no, we didn't. Did we talk about second puberty last time?
We thought. You said second puberty?
Yeah, second puberty.
I don't know. Oh, I think we did. Yeah.
Because I mean, you went into first puberty and your assigned gender at birth, and then of course,
now I had to go through it all over again.
All over again.
Yeah, because the voice was dropping, and you still have the high pitchedness, and so.
So since we talked about second puberty already, and I'm hot and cold, or hot and cold, we're going to talk about the repercussions of what happens later in life. So, like, with hormones, obviously, you've already gone through certain things in life that have help you transition from female to male. So, you're in your 3s now. When you get into your 4s and 5s, are you not going to have to worry about heat flashes and all that bullshit because you've already experienced all that transitioning? Or is that something you're still going to have to go through even as a dude?
Yeah, no, I'm not quite sure like how that actually works. Yeah, I didn't really even think about that as far as like if that's going to be something that I have to experience. I would hope that like the testosterone would block it, because I don't. It basically the whole purpose of the testosterone is just to block all the estrogen, and I'm pretty sure like the estrogen is what gives you all the hot flashes and stuff like that. I can definitely say, like, even though like I guess some people say like it does make your like body temperature warmer and hotter because most guys' body temperatures are kind of hotter. I'm always cold. Like
I'm a furnace, but I'm cold.
I literally always am freezing. And that's not normal for me because normally I'm always, used to being able to sleep with like one foot out the blanket, hot kind of a thing. But now it's like I need multiple blankets, like no matter what. It doesn't help to, having a partner that has to have consistent like coldness. It's literally like Antarctica in the house sometimes. So it literally, I mean, we have the fan going on upstairs. We have the air conditioner on. Like, it's cold. So, like, but yeah, no. Um, I'm not quite 100% sure, like, as far as like the hot flashes and stuff go. I guess when I get to that point, I'll know. I hope I don't, because it sounds miserable from what I've heard and experienced with mom. So,
Yeah.
Right? I'm hoping that you don't have to deal with it because, like you said, that
yeah. Hopefully, it does block that part out of it too. So,
I saw this one reel where this person was having a hot flash, and you can totally see just the steam rising off of their body. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, I'm not even a female, or like I'm just old. My
yeah,
body weight has gone up and down so much that
right.
I fucked up my body, I'm sure, or messed up my body, I'm sure. So, like, at work all the time, I'm cold. And then as soon as I got outside, like today on my break, it was 8 degrees. And so I had a little, like, just a windbreaker on. But as soon as I went outside, I'm like, oh my God, I should have not brought this.
Yeah,
But,
no, I definitely get really overheated. Um, like there's times where like I think we used to go there was a couple times where we went to Haha Tonka to go out to hiking out there, and literally within like 30 minutes of hiking, my whole shirt is like saturated. So, I mean, maybe I do have like a little bit of both. I don't know, but I definitely sweat a lot more now, so than I usually used to. So that's something that's been there too. But yeah, so
does your sweat smell different?
do they feel different or
Smell different.
smell different? Definitely, and they're a lot more sticky. So it's like uncomfortable sticky sometimes too. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Welcome to that part of your life.
yeah, yeah.
I
No,
I'm like 4 swipes of degree under each arm, and then, or no, 8 swipes of degree under each arm, and then 4 under each boot.
yeah,
That's
no. You
how
kind
I
of
put
have
my
to.
deodorant on.
I used to not have to use deodorant at all. Now I have to. So it's like it's crazy. So for sure. I
That's
mean,
crazy.
there's a lot of things that's like a lot of things experiencing that I'm like I understand now why you guys are so angry. 'Cause literally, like, I mean, it's
It's
been
different.
crazy. It is.
So, how do you feel about you could have been a um, content old lady gardening, but now you're gonna be a grumpy old man.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I
welcome to
definitely
that. You've seen the movie, right? It's true.
right. It is. No,
It's
your anger does
Well,
kind of your anger definitely does. It's definitely it's easy to get irritable now. So, like, really irritable too. And I guess it's because like the mood swings and stuff that you have too, um, that you have. But I mean, I guess I'm used to it now. In the beginning, it was really bad. I used to be angry, like just random things would irritate me. And I don't know if it was just because I was like still adjusting to like the medication and stuff, the testosterone.
right.
But now it's like I'm fine now. So maybe it was the second puberty, being like an
let's
angry.
be honest.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter the fucking hormones
right.
because I think that might be an age thing,
Yeah.
but that annoys the shit out of me. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so easily aggravated. And
Yes.
now in my position, I am all by myself,
Hmm.
and my one associate that I have that works with me has been sick for 2 days. So I've literally been all by myself, just doing my job, and I love it. I love it. The older I get, the more I hate people, and now I don't even have to deal with people unless I want to. And literally only the people that I work with.
Right.
So I'm totally in love with this.
Yeah.
My bosses told me that they think that I'm the person for the job. That they like after the last 9 months of seeing me, they think that I need to be in that position at this place.
Right.
I'm glad they see that, and I understand why. Because I hope that, and they say they do, but I feel like I'm thriving. It's the first week, so first week is always the best. You know, it's until the shit starts getting real.
Right
Right.
up in here.
But like, I've just been in love with staying. I turn on like Spotify, or today I put on Q102 because I didn't want to listen to just regular like rock music. I need to be up to date. I'm tired. I'm not tired of it, but I listen to the 90s, 97.3. I listen to 87. What the Dove, 98.7 the Dove,
Nice.
97.3 the Eagle, like 104.5. I listen to all these older stations because now they play 90s music. And I've said for years I'm going to be that 90-year-old man listening to 90s music because I understand why these old people that were old when I was young are stuck in the classic rock. The ones that
Right.
turned me on to the classic rock, that was actually classic rock that I think is classic rock, you know, those, I understand why they listen to that. Because
Right.
now I listen to the stuff I was growing up on, which is 90s alternative music, plus the classic rock. And I'm like, today I put on 102.1. I was like, I need to get like versed in this whole like new rock era. So, but yeah, I just put on my music and listen to whatever I want to listen to and just do my day. And I love it, man. So,
So you don't have to. So basically, you just like pick anything that you want. You don't have to worry about like whether the other person likes it or not.
right, I don't deal with people at all. My
Dude, that's
job is
awesome.
inventory. I I check product in when the deliveries come. I just I make sure that everything's there. Send the driver on their way, and then I count everything, and then I receive it into the system. We have two systems because it's cannabis,
Yeah.
but and then I receive it, and then I sticker it, and then I print all the stickers, and we get a sticker and put it out on the floor, and that's my job. And at Hollister, oh my gosh, they have my heart forever. But like it was fulfillment, and I would do all this stuff, but then I'd also have to stop and put orders together.
Mhm.
So if it was just me, I was stopped and had to stop what I was doing and do orders. Now I just literally just put my head down and just work.
I feel like
So,
I'd be more productive by myself too. So I definitely understand that.
oh yeah, I am definitely. When I have someone like, oh blah 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 blah
And half the time, you're not really. I mean, I am horrible at tuning people out, like really bad. Like I don't know why, but you could literally talk to me, and I could literally just tune it out. And so I don't know if that would be kind of. I don't. But no, I don't know how I would be able to do with someone just talking in my ear all the time. Like when I'm just because if I'm zoned and focused on doing something that I need to do, like I need to do it. Like I'm not gonna listen
Right.
to
Oh yeah.
this. So
For many years, people would come in and talk to me while I was doing the schedule. And they're like, "Are you mad?" And I'm like, "No, this is just my face. I'm concentrating. It's my concentration.
right, right,
I guess my concentration face is
yeah.
because everyone forever is like, "Are you mad? Are you mad?" I'm like, "No, man. What I gotta be mad about? I'm just sitting back here in the office doing my own shit."
It's like that dude's version of an RBF. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, right.
that is my face, RBF.
yeah.
Oh,
So how's it been? Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
direct to the point.
So what made you feel like you wanted to transition?
What made me film? Um, basically, like even like as a kid, I kind of always, like I said, knew like something was always different. Like I was more drawn to boy things, boy toys, boys this. Um, growing up, it was more. I was told this is just a tomboy phase. Like this is, you know, um, you have to wear dresses. You got to wear this. You know, you're supposed to like those. Like I remember having like to wear like back in the 90s, the clothes were so crazy, but some of them were cool if you were like a teenager or like young adult. But
Yeah.
when you were a kid, everything was matching. So I mean, like I remember having this little like daisy purple outfit with those jelly shoes. And I'm like, no, no, no. So, and I hated it. Like, and the more like I had to do it, like I didn't. Like, I wanted to just, do everything that my cousins were doing, wear everything that they wanted to wear. Um, but then I was like, and like growing up too, like you don't really, when you're young, you don't really have like freedom of speech or anything like that. Like you're always told that this is what's got to be done, this is what you have to do. So, um, obviously, it was just kind of more freeing to actually be like who I wanted to be. And so, like as I was able to grow, like actually transition. And ever since then, like I had depression really bad. I had dysphoria bad. Like I went years wearing a headband like over my hair because I didn't want to I didn't want to make my family mad or anything like that because like in their eyes, I don't know, it's kind of hard to transition like when you feel like you're doing something wrong, but yet you're doing something right for yourself. And so you don't want to be judged or anything like that because, like my cousin, he was gay. And so, like, seeing the things that happened to him, I didn't want to have me, like, happen to me too and stuff. So it was kind of like, what do you do? Like,
Yeah.
um, but then as I got older, the dysphoria started getting like harder to deal with, where I ended up literally like I said, like wearing headbands like for years. So a lot of like my past pictures in my younger adult life was nothing but with headbands covering because I figured if I didn't see it, I was fine. No. So got tired of looking at the Brett Michael look one time and then just cut it off. And then like my first haircut, like I felt like this huge like weight was like lifted off my shoulders. I was like, okay, I'm headed in the right direction. What can I do now? Because this feels a whole lot better. I felt like I wasn't having to be sheltered anymore or hidden, because, and I'm the type of person where I'm very caring. So obviously, and I very much kind of care like what other people think too. So I don't want to like be a disappointment, but I also want to just be me. So for 18 years, like I remember like just constantly like reminding myself, okay, this is not what they want me to do. This is not what they want me to do. But finally, like being, I guess, like them actually telling me like they accepted it was also like a huge weight lifted off too, because
Yeah. Oh,
that was
yeah.
when I was actually able, because I was given two decisions. Like I was given two choices. I was told to lose the Brett Michaels look and go the path that I want to go, or just go backwards. And so I'm like, okay, no, no, no. So we're going forward. So I got my first haircut, and then that was amazing. And then it was like once I, got a little bit older, I started kind of like going the directions of like, what do I need to do to actually start like the actual full rest of the process. And the whole first year of being like on the testosterone was like amazing. Like I would be excited about like I know in the last video that when I was on here I talked about wanting to do like the month by month of voice changes. Like so I was able to like get that done, and just seeing the progress was like it was amazing. And then once my facial hair started growing in, that one little hair that finally grew in was the highlight of my like the highlight of it all. It's the little things that literally like
You're
that
right.
that matter the most. And so I mean it's been an amazing journey. I've enjoyed it. I wish I would have, you know, maybe been a bit more confident and done it sooner, rather than later. But
Right.
I'm here now, so um, definitely my advice to people who are, you know, transgender, like, don't let the thoughts of others get in the way of the path that you want to take. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And your family welcomes you now. And,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Mom literally, she went, and it was the hardest for her,
yeah,
because
of course. I mean, she's a mom.
yeah. So I went from this is my kid to now this is my son. Um, my brother, like, he was probably more like accepting of it in the beginning, mainly just because, I mean, he's just like, be who you want to be. Like, so that was nice too for him to understand, like, to actually get me. And it's
And you
it's
guys got
nice.
to see his brother,
Huh?
Eric, on here
Yeah.
during our show.
Yeah.
You guys look a lot alike. That's
Oh
definitely
yeah.
more alike.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I always told him I was the
You're
cuter
actually
version,
the
so.
same, almost the same fucking goatee, dude.
yeah.
Dude, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And I've
Yeah.
cut this since. Yeah,
That's
no, it's kind of weird because I mean, I would look at him. I would look at him and kind of like, because we have somewhat similar genetics. So, and I know too, like when I was talking in the last video, like I didn't know what I was going to end up with because it's all based off of your genetics. And so I
Yeah.
didn't know if I would have a little bit of like what he had or not because I don't know my biological dad or what he looked like. So I didn't really get to kind of figure out like what it could have been. But I'm happy with the progress and what I have. It's nice being able to shave and it grow back, and it's nice. So
It's so funny that you celebrate that now, and that's what it brings in the second puberty. Because let me tell you, like 30 years ago, I celebrated it too.
yeah.
But now I'm like, God damn, I don't really have a beard because I'm too lazy to shave. Does that make sense? Like I do not. I had to go so long with a clean shaven appearance, and as soon as I
Hmm.
said no, I don't have to anymore. That's what 5 years
It's
ago. I said,
very
I don't
it's
need a beard.
freeing. I mean, I was wishing for the hair on my face to come. I think finally, like, if I like, I was looking back on my videos and too, like through the progress because I did like, and I'm stupid me, like I kept being late to these videos. I'd be like, okay, I'm late doing this. This is like my X amount a month on, testosterone. But like I remember this one like video that I had recorded and I was like super excited about that one hair. And I mean, and then I think finally like by my 6th month, maybe, yeah, it was like 6 to 9 months when I actually like started into like growing in my like mustache, and that was like the first that comes in. And then finally, I think like after my year, I started growing in a little bit more like on my sides. Now it wasn't like very like thick of color. Like it was kind of like like the baby peach fuzz. Okay. So what I used to have to do to make it like more presentable for me, and I'm like trying to show other people too, like, hey, I got a beard. Like mom used to tell me like I don't see anything. Like I'm like, wait, just wait. I'd literally go buy like black hair dye or brown hair dye, and I would literally just dye it so people could see it. And so that was the only way that you would be able to see it at first. And I had tried like doing like I would watch videos to try to figure out like what I could do to like make it grow fuller, thicker. I did the dermal roller thing. I did the face like the castor oil like beard growth stuff. None of that really ever worked. So it just had to come in naturally, which now it's thick and full and it always comes back thick and full. So I don't have to worry about dyeing it. Maybe when I get
So you
older and my
shave
hair
it
starts
because you
toning.
know that other wife's tale saying that once
So
you shave it,
this is like three. I think I shaved it. I literally shaved it all off. Probably I'd say at least maybe 3 or 4 months ago. So this is like 3 or 4 months um, coming in because this was getting like super long. I would basically just have all of this shaved and just keep my mustache and my
Yeah.
goatee. Kind of like how Eric. Well, no, because he keeps his all the way. Um, But no, I literally was like, okay, some of it was getting a little bit shorter, some of it was long. I'm like, just cut it all off. I literally kind of was sad about that because that was like the actual first full shave that I had done since growing it. So I was a little bit sad, because it hides a lot of fatness too, because I'm a little bit chunky. So I was a bit sad, and it kind of took me back before like all of it had started. And I was like, no, we cannot do that again. So we've got to leave a little bit. So
I can't even remember before all this started.
no, it was forever ago.
Like when you said headband phase, I remember the head, like, and today when I put on the headband, I put on one of the socks, but you can it's like this long, but then
Yeah, no, that's literally what I would use was those long ones that I guess they were like multi-trend, like different, like you could wear it like on around your neck as like a scarf. You could put it over your head and it would cover all of your hair.
yeah,
Like
I found it during COVID at the Dollar Tree. I found I got like 5 of them, and it's like this long. It's just a tube of fabric, and like you said, do all of this stuff. And since, like I said, I found it COVID, it used as a gaiter, and then you can do this hair, and then like I will fold it and make it into just a headband. And,
Yep. I used to do it like trifold or like half folds.
Yeah, exactly. So when you said that, I was like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like it's been so long. I don't remember you as that person.
I know, it's crazy.
And then you bring it up, its memories, of course, will be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But still, in my head, I've gotten to where I don't remember that as that person. I remember that as you in that memory. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I get where you're coming from. So it's kind of hard to.
For all you people that don't know, this is that brother from another mother, and we've known them forever. Just so you know.
A long time. I've literally lived here in Missouri for 14 years, and so it's literally been like 14 years. So you guys have seen me 10 years before, and then 4 years now. So, yeah, it's kind of I don't really ever like think back to before.
He
like the only time
because we're not that old.
Yeah, no, I'm actually getting there too.
I said it's been almost 20 today.
Yeah.
I said yes. Fucking T-word, blah blah blah. It's been 20 years almost. So, but like literally, in 9 days, it'll be 20 years. That I've been in school. That I did with school.
Nice.
You like it?
I'm not that old. Not that old.
You are old. I myself, I'm not old. Beauty don't grow old; it grows younger.
Bullshit. I think it's controversial though.
Oh really? I guess you gotta pay the bill.
Pay the bills to make the thrills, hunty.
I was literally complaining about being an adult. It kind of really does suck sometimes, though. Just, you have so much responsibilities now, and it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
Crazy. No fun time. Can't go out and play with your friends till the lights come on. You have to go to bed at a certain time just so you can get up early in the morning. Like, no, it was, I don't know.
Yep.
I hear you.
Sometimes.
We're going to go to commercial, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Where country meets rock and roll.
Nashville Roadhouse Live, multi-award-winning show including Best of Branson and Best of Southwest Missouri. Nashville Roadhouse Live, the most awarded show in a single year in Branson history. The best of Branson. The best dancers, singers, snacks and drinks, and audience. For tickets, visit NashvilleRoadhouse.com or call 417-336-8742. Branson's most awarded theater and shows. The Pierce Arrow Theater, Nashville Roadhouse Live. Located at
Established in 1852, built by Judge Tompkins for his daughter Theodosia and her husband Dr. Hall. Hence the name, Hall Place B&B and Theodosia's Tea Room. During the Civil War, Judge Tompkins and the Halls moved to Indiana. Theodosia and Dr. Hall did not return to Kentucky. Judge Tompkins, however, did return and practiced law out of the home. After his passing, the home was bought and sold until it eventually sat vacant for several years until Mrs. Royce acquired the home and turned it into a bed and breakfast. In 1983, the house was placed on the Historic Registry. The Hall Place Bed and Breakfast and Theodosia's Tea Room, located at 313 South Green Street in Glasgow, Kentucky, is also a great place for a paranormal destination. It is said that a few ghosts inhabit the Hall Place. Mrs. Royce herself still watches over her beloved bed and breakfast, with its sprawling common areas, quaint rooms that are each named after the historic owners of the home, and even a billiard room. Ms. Charla Emmers, the owner/innkeeper, makes homemade jams and goodies you can pick up during your stay. She cooks a down-home breakfast every morning as well. If you are ever in Glasgow, Kentucky and want a unique experience, stay at Hall Place B&B. And don't forget, breakfast is served at 8:30.
Hey. It's black.
Well, you're supposed to fix it, Mr.
Alright,
Man.
we have to update this. Like, I tried to touch the first. I tried to do the mouse, but we have a mouse attached. And then I tried to touch it, but we don't have a touch screen because we're not rich. So, all this stuff. Yeah.
So how is it to be a father and husband?
It has, I mean, it's been amazing. Like, I never really thought that I would ever like find my person. And that was like another thing that I struggled with too, like transitioning, like worrying the fact is the other person, gonna accept the transition, you know. But finding that person has literally been amazing. And I could literally, and I tell her all the time, I was like, I've always wanted like the kind of love where, you're gonna grow old sitting on the porch, rocking chairs, die together. Like, I feel like that I finally like I'm able to have that. So it's been nice. We literally got married in December. So we're newly well, so we did like we weren't okay, so here's the thing. We weren't gonna get married until like October of this year, but election happened, world's changing right now. We went ahead and like literally decided, okay, let's go ahead and just bump it up, and before we're not able to, because we don't know what's gonna happen. So we went ahead and decided to just go ahead and get married. We threw like a quick little wedding together. So we basically like had our best friend, which we have our own little kind of family of community as well. So our friends are also LGBT. She literally got like her ordained. Yeah, she got ordained, and then we basically did it at the place where we first met. So our first date was in Republic at the Pumpkin Days. Like, that was our first date, and then every year we go there and we'll get something like to memorize our like 1 year, because it literally marked the 1 year of meeting. So I proposed to her at the park there, and then we also did our wedding there. So we had like a little get together of a wedding, and just got married there. So we just basically, I mean, there wasn't like a lot of people there. It was very closed and kind of small, which was perfect for us because we didn't really like want anything spectacularly huge. Plus, I was like, if I had to choose like my dream wedding, I'd want to do something small and then celebrate like the honeymoon or something big. So it's been pretty cool. Like, I think finally, we were talking about doing our honeymoon this year, but I think instead of doing like a weekend away or anything like that, we're actually gonna do something like a cruise, I think sometime next year during the summer, so that way we can kind of save up for it and just do one big huge honeymoon. But no, it's been amazing. It's been nice.
Awesome.
And then the kids, I know Bentley, like, which is the oldest. My oldest, he's 14 now, which is crazy.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, no, he's starting to get his little facial hairs now. So, and his voice changed. He went through the whole puberty thing too now. Um, Starting with the whole anger thing too. I'm like, I remember that. So, but
So do you feel like that you're more empathetic, empathic? Empathetic's not the right word. My sister last week could say empathetic because
more understanding of like what he's
I'm
going
not
through.
very much of an empath. So when I say empathetic, she just hears the pathetic part. Anyways, so are you more empathic to his changing since you're going or have been going through the same situation?
Yeah, no. So I definitely understand like what he's going through, like because I went through it too. Like I don't. I mean, he's still kind of a little like, still kind of, like currently still hitting like. The only thing major that's happened to him puberty wise right now, would be like his voice. Like for a bit, he would squawk a lot, so I did that. So I definitely understand like all the changes that he's going through. I remember going through my transitions too, and I would always point out, hey, you're gonna get this too. This is gonna happen to you too. So,
Yeah.
um, I'm looking forward to like being able to actually teach him how to like shave and stuff. So,
Awesome.
um, I'm excited for that moment to have. Haven't hit that yet, but we definitely it's something I'm definitely looking forward to.
Hell
And
yeah.
he's been accepting of it too. Um, of like
Yeah.
the whole
So,
transitions.
what's your next step? Do you have another step that you gotta go, or?
So the current step that I'm working on right now, for Christmas, I kind of told you a little bit about it too.
Uh,
So for Christmas, I received the documentations to start my name change. So that currently was filed in January. I got the message that I am supposed to hear back from, like, for regarding like the results, from the hearing and stuff, which this was kind of different the way that they do it here. Um, and they had a lot of people do it. Like, and I did this January 2nd, like when we went and actually filed for it. And they have a lot of people that had turned in like name changes. Like that was like the main thing that people were doing. So it's going to be like a lengthy wait, but I get to find out in like 10 days or less if it actually got approved.
cool.
So that's in the works right now. Hopefully, I know my buddy. We did it the same day, so he officially got his today,
Yeah.
for his name change. So, just waiting on mine, and then which I think it takes a little bit longer because I do have children, so there's also a little bit more like differences between himself and mine.
Yeah.
And then after the name change is done, that's one step closer. And then I guess the next one after that would just be, working on, losing some weight to enough to the point where I can actually do top surgery. So that's going to be like the big bang.
Cool.
Do
Of
you have a spot
trans-
picked out for that?
what do you mean, like a spot picked out?
Like a clinic picked out for top surgery?
I don't. So I haven't done a lot of research. Like it's one thing that I've talked to with my HRT doctor. We're talking about next steps and stuff. And, I was just she was trying to help me out a little bit too, because I guess there's like different ways where you can get it approved like a lot faster. So one of the routes that we tried taking was if there was any like breast cancer in the family, you know, that can be like a kind of a push up to kind of help get them removed. Unfortunately, I didn't qualify for that route because I didn't have anyone in my family like intermediate that had breast cancer or anything like that. The next option we tried was like X-rays of like my spine, how that like looked. Um, and unfortunately, it came down to the pack where it was not like very impacting to where we could do it that route. So
Uh,
now I'm basically just having to wait. And I think the requirement to even having that done is you've got like to be at like a body mass index of like 30. And definitely got a lot of work to do. So it's definitely gonna be my next push is to losing the weight so that way I can get approved. But there is doctors too, like in different. I mean, I've seen where different doctors um, have different criteria that you have
Yeah.
to meet. So I mean, there might be a place that could do it sooner. There might be a place where might have to wait. I guess their main thing is like if a person like does gain weight, they're probably obviously gonna grow back, and that's something that they don't want to have to do. So I'm definitely understanding of that, but yeah, no, that's gonna be probably my next goal is just to try to get closer to that the index to where I can actually have the top surgery. So
Cool.
hopefully, for now it's just binders and lots of binding. So
Awesome. Well, that sounds like a deal, man. I am so proud of you for doing what you've done. You've come so far, and for you to just continue to be who you are is beautiful.
oh yeah,
And
it's
continue to be who you are, because
always
that's the way we should live our life every day. Everybody,
for sure.
everybody. So it is the end of the show. Of course, it's flew by. I'm not even done. But um, thank you so much for popping in. I'm gonna put you in the back. Don't go nowhere. I want to talk to you for a second.
Okay,
Thank you for coming on and being our
thank you.
guest.
Anytime.
Oh, you can't.
There you have it, Mr. Corey. Oh my God, I told you he's phenomenal. Like so phenomenal. And I'm so proud of him. Like it takes a lot to be who you are nowadays, just because of people around. And let me tell you, if you're gonna judge somebody, judge yourself before you judge anybody else, because you don't know what you're talking about, and you don't need to be talking down or treating anybody else like shit just because you feel like shit or are shit. So check yourself before you wreck yourself, and if and check them if you need to check them, because not everybody knows how they're coming off or how they're gonna do anything whenever it comes to talking to you, and you know it just sometimes it comes off bitchy, sometimes it comes off really like not out there but out there. So if you wouldn't mind, be a rainbow, and I hope you help somebody else be a rainbow too. I can't even talk. Freaking allergies. I'm so done with them.
Yeah, allergies. Darn, that's the issue.
Yeah. Alrighty. So peace and love. Until
Love,
next
peace, and chicken
Thursday.
grease.
We'll be right back. We'll be back next Thursday. So tune in. Thank you.
Thank you for joining T. Roy and a special guest here on Everythin Yet Nothin. Tune in next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for another episode you won't want to miss. Until next time, be a rainbow in someone's life. Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE DB Radio.
Oh. Hey.
Ethan.